Welcome, Reflections. You are over here with Sarithia. Hit the like and subscribe button. Can y'all hear me, Reflections? Let me make sure y'all can hear me before I get started because I hate to get started and y'all can't even hear me, Reflections. Going to be no good. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue. I hope everyone can hear me. Welcome. You are over here with Sarithia, and we are here talking about retrogrades. Okay, so what are retrogrades? We all hear about retrogrades, but we're not quite sure what is a retrograde. A lot of us just know this is a time where things get a little out of whack, where it seems like people start acting a little strange to read it. I don't really know what a retrograde is, but I know they start acting strange and shit. Reflection, like when the full moon, is that what it's like to read? Not quite exactly. Reflection. Now, a retrograde, a lot of people will say that a planet is in retrograde, but technically, the planet is not in retrograde. A planet is the retrograde within itself, okay? Because a retrograde is basically an illusion. Reflection. It looks like that particular planet appears like it could be drifting backwards or off course, but it's actually not. It just appears like that, okay? So think about it like that. Just even as we go through and we explain what happens through when each planet particularly goes through this retrograde, which the planet is retrograde because it's just appearing as if it's going in a different direction. Reflection, but technically it's not. Okay, so the first retrograde that we're going to talk about is actually a retrograde that is coming up in December the 13th. That's why I said let me come over here and talk a little bit about retrograde. So the planet that we're talking about today is actually Mercury. Reflection. It is Mercury. Okay, so one moment while I put this up real quick. Reflection. Oh yeah, hit the like and subscribe button while I'm getting everything situated. Okay, so Mercury, how often does this particular retrograde come? It comes usually every 3 to 4 months. So you can expect the Mercury retrograde to come every 3 to 4 months. And remember, I said the next Mercury retrograde is actually coming up December the 13th. Okay, and it's actually going to last to January the 1st, 2024. Okay, this is when the Mercury retrograde is actually in Sagittarius. All right, and again, the retrogrades usually last when it's in Mercury about 21 days. Okay, now the next retrograde is actually April the 1st through April the 25th, which it will be in Aries. Okay, the next Mercury retrograde will actually be August the 5th through the 14th, which is Virgo and Leo. Okay, and the last Mercury retrograde will actually be in Sagittarius, which is November the 25th to December the 15th. But again, the one that is coming closest up is December the 13th. Okay, that is the next Mercury retrograde, and it'll be in Sagittarius. So what happens when Mercury is in retrograde? But it impacts everyone highly. Reflection. This is, you got to think, Mercury is the fastest moving planet. Okay, Mercury is the fastest moving planet, and not only that, Mercury deals with communication. Now, Mercury is actually the messenger planet. Okay, Mercury is over communication. So when it's in retrograde, all messages can seem misunderstood. This is where you will say one thing, reflection, and they'll be like, excuse me, a whole lot of misunderstandings, a whole lot of hurt feelings, things like that. Reflection. This is a time where you have to go back. If you one of those people to just say what you gotta say, you get what I'm saying? Aries, the Ram, you Aries. I'm talking to you about the Leo, the Lion, and Virgo. Sometimes your words, Capricorn, you too, sometimes your words can be get very misunderstood. So this is a time where that is going to be at a all-time high. Okay, so people you can expect a lot of frustrating communications, okay? A lot of miscommunications. You may say something one way, they will take it a whole totally different way. This is how you've been talking, but this is Mercury retrograde. This is the time where communication will be impacted at an all-time high, okay? Now, travel delays. This is a time you got to think Mercury is over communication. Not only that, Mercury is over technology. Okay. So this is a time where your cell phones, your any type of technology device, it'll just cut off and cut on you in the middle of an important assignment, important paper. Make sure you hit the save button as much as possible through Mercury retrograde, because this is the time where the unexpected will happen. The unexpected, be expected for it. Okay. Yes, during Mercury retrograde, especially dealing with technology. Okay. And that can be very frustrating. Imagine you have been up working on a paper or working on something for work or just anything reflection. Imagine you just texting and you was real angry through this text message. You really wanted to send it, but it just disappeared out of nowhere. That is Mercury retrograde for you. That's Mercury retrograde reflection. Okay. So expect travel delays if you're trying to travel somewhere. But this is the time to either just stay low or either reflection. Make sure you travel ahead of time or give yourself room for the unexpected, room for even though you have traveled, I mean, even though you have booked this flight months in advance, something may come up to where it's maybe 2 to 3 hours delayed. Be prepared. A lot of people mentally, they can't be prepared for those type of delays. They're very frustrated. They do not like to wait. I'm one of those people. Reflections. Tarethia, I can be very impatient. When I plan something, I expect it to go how it should go. That was the purpose of me planning it. Okay, so when things don't go that way, sometimes it can be very frustrating. Okay. And so, if you are one of those people, Mercury retrograde will impact you heavily. So, just be prepared. Okay. So, make sure to read the fine print during Mercury retrograde. This is the time where a lot of people sign a lot of bad contracts, get into a lot of bad deals, take a lot of bad loans. Okay. This is not the time to read the fine print reflection. This is not the time to go and sign big contracts and loans and mortgages and different things like that. This isn't the time, okay? Because usually there's a miscommunication within that fine print, okay? Also, I mentioned give yourself a lot of extra time when you're traveling, even if it's not on a plane, whether it's just on your way to work. Expect the unexpected. Okay, you can expect, even though you travel this world all the time. Reflection today, it seems like these past 21 days, it seems like it's a delay. Something is turned over in the middle of the road. It's an accident over here. It's snow over there. What is going on? It's the middle of December. Okay, so you can expect that reflection. Anything that can possibly go wrong with travel delays, expect delays. So sometimes things you're not impacted by it as much if you can expect it. Okay. All right. So not only that reflection, don't be afraid to repeat yourself. Remember, if you are one of those particular people to you just I said what I said type of person. Okay. I said what I said. I'm a shower, not a talker. Okay. This is the time where a lot of that is going to be took the wrong way. Okay, so you may have to go back and repeat yourself. You may have to go back and clarify what it was that you said. It's not what you say sometimes, it's how you say it. This is very important during Mercury retrograde. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Okay, so we are over here talking about Mercury retrograde reflections. You know, I have to keep y'all ahead of the game. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna do all of the planets this week. So make sure you tune in, hit the like and subscribe button because you never want to miss out on another video. Until next time, Ashe.